Welcome to the Modern Street Hemi Shootout Detroit edition here in Milan, Michigan, the newly rebranded Darana Dragway. So today is the main event day, so we're about to do 2 qualifiers for index class and 2 time trials for bracket class. Yesterday we had a private rental, which I did come to, and I only did 2 runs in. So I was going to make its own video, but since I only did 2 runs, I'm going to make it part of this video. So let me take you back to yesterday and show you the 2 runs that I got in. First run, track rental day before MSHS Milan at the newly rebranded Darana. And we're data logging for first time, which my computer got knocked back, so woo, smells like exhaust, but felt like a good run. So that run, I just did everything as normal, going for reaction time, but also just keeping it launching the way I normally do, out of first, nothing different. So what do we do on that run? 0.099 reaction time, so sub 1. 160, 460 foot. Let's turn off the car. 469, 330, 725 eighth. Why am I got this helmet on still? What's wrong with me? Okay, so anyway, we got 1134 at 117.59. So, and the shifts felt good, so it felt like nothing was off. The DA I feel like has got to be like around 3,000. I actually have to look. They have the time slip app going here, so I'll record that because that actually shows the DA at the time of the run. But considering I think tomorrow's supposed to be a little warmer than today, this is actually pretty good. So, because it gets me pretty dang close to 11.5, which is where I need to be. Not a bad first run. But that makes me question, do I want to try shifting myself? And I still need to test it, so I need to do one like that. All right, we'll be back for another run in a bit. All right, here we go. I'm going to do something crazy here. I'm going to go off manual mode. Not bad, except, oh, you felt that? That was pretty funny because, so my hand was on this shifter, and then as soon as I launched so hard that my hand pulled the shifter back and shifted into second way too early. But I shifted at 6,000, so I'm definitely, I'm not shifting. Like, I'd be scared to try and shift at the same point the automatic does, but at 6,000, it works pretty good. But I'll check the data logs, and I'm gonna need to see where I shifted there versus where the computer shifted before. So we'll see, but that actually wasn't as bad as I thought, other than just accidentally knocking it in a second at launch. All right, so 179 60 foot, considering I shifted out of first so fast, whatever. 761 eighth, 1174 quarter at 116. So I think that answers the question of, because I was thinking another way out of to prevent these bad shifts, or at least negate some of it, is to launch out a second. Because then if I'm in second already, then I'm not having the chance of a bad 1-2 shift. At worst, just a 2-3 shift, which 1 bad shift isn't as bad as 2 bad shifts, obviously. But since that's essentially almost like what that would have been, being shifted in a second so quick, I'd probably lose too much on it, so I probably won't do that. Yeah, so I wasn't really into testing too much more. I figured with my first run being 1134 and today being warmer than yesterday, my car would be running pretty much where it needs to be for 11.5 index, just launching out of first in drag mode and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to try automatic or manually shifting it anyway right now. I'm going to need a lot more practice with it. But yeah, I'll just like not really feeling like putting extra wear on my car and doing runs for no real reason. So I'm just kind of tired, honestly. But anyway, today is a different day. today we are here, we're here to have fun. So it's not like Orlando. I am not going to be overly worried. It's not a must-win situation for me. So with that, let's get to the first run of the event. All right, here we go. First 1150 qualifying run. This is going to be closest to 1150. I let off at the end there because I knew I was going to break out, so figured I'd let off and try to get a little over 1150 or closer to qualify higher. All right, so 0.73 reaction time, not bad, it's decent. 163.60 foot, 722/8. So yeah, that was probably on its way to 11.3 again, like my first run yesterday. And slowed out at the end to hit 11.55. Oh, he hit 11.54, so he actually beat me, so he's going to qualify ahead of me based on this run. They should be using the best of the two runs, so hopefully next one I get a little closer to 11.50, but 11.55 is decent, so I know where I need to be. But yeah, well, once you know it, I literally just shut down, stepped out the car, and they called bracket to the staging lane, so I'm going right back out. Supposed to be a 500 Pro. I ran 11:36 at 119, which yesterday first run I ran 11:34. This was 7:26 8 mile, whereas the first run today was 7:22 8 mile. So yeah, so my first run probably was around 11:34. Okay, so they clearly figured out their mistake because they just put over the radio that the first few pair that had a Sportsman can come back around and do a rerun under a 500 Pro tree. So they realized it. And I can go back around, but I'm not going to because we were talking about this as staging lanes. For bracket class, the qualifier, all that matters is reaction time. That's how they qualify, because obviously everybody's time is different. No one knows what the dial-in is. The problem is, though, there's so many cars in bracket that it's random pairing for at least the first couple rounds minimum. And so the only time qualifying good in these rounds matter is if you're the #1 qualifier. In which case you get a wait and see buy. And if you remember my Maryland video, you know how the wait and see buy ended up costing me and was basically a bad thing. So I don't care about getting a wait and see buy again. So I mainly wanted it for the time trial, which we already went off of, we got, and I'm gonna get one more bracket qualifier, so I'll use that one for a good reaction time. So yeah, anyway, that's update what's going on here. And so next up, I'm going to take a little breaks. It should be a little while. We're probably going to reprep the track after bracket, and then run through the fast cars, and then through the indexes. So next one should be the second qualifier for the 1150 index. So see you then. Fourth run of the day. This is the second final time trial qualifier for bracket class. I think that was 2-3. Had to be the 2-3, unless it was a 3-4. But that was a rough bad shift. Oh well. All right, so 729/8, so still 7.2s in the eighth, 163.60 foot, .085 reaction time. We ran 11:43 at 118, so had we not had that bad shift, we would have been 11:34, 11:35-ish. So feel like 11:35, maybe the dial, maybe 11:38. I like that number, 11:38. Actually, we're gonna take our time to decide. We're gonna prep, get things ready. So I've got some time to figure it out, but right now I'm thinking 11:38. Since I've been 11.3s, gives me a little bit of leeway there. We'll see. Turn everything off, open the hood, let it cool down, because man, it's gotta be hot. I know I'm hot. All right, here we go. First round eliminations. I am going up against Matt Green with SRT Addicts in the awesome Chrysler 300C. It seems like I'm always facing him. Hoping to do a buddy of mine a favor by beating him. I got it. I think I gave it up at the end. Yep, he got the white slip. There, I noticed that white slip goes to the winner, so thank you. So yeah, I beat him on reaction time, 0:39 to 0:56, 7:20. So my 8th mile is still 7.2s. I would have definitely broken out had I not slowed down at the end. I raced a stripe, but I just timed it just a hair off, and he beat me to the stripe by 5.5 thousandths of a second. So I ran 11:54 to his 11:52. All right, first round eliminations bracket. I'm going up against a 12.5 Hellcat, same one that 3 years ago at this track. I hit a .001 reaction time, and then my car had 2 bad shifts and gave the race away to him. So let's see if maybe I can win this rematch. And he's a 12.5, so he is going to take off before me. I got to remember that. He's taking off first. Give up too much at the stripe again. Thank you. Woo! I did it. I won the rematch. I'm on to round 2. Second round eliminations bracket. I guess I had the best reaction time of the previous round because I ended up getting a wait and see bye, and this time wait and see worked out in my favor and I got the bye. But since I didn't get a full clean run last time, I decided to go ahead and make the run this time just to make sure I get my dial in right. Of course, as you just heard, I had a bad shift, and oddly enough, it wasn't even a 1-2 or 2-3, it was a 3-4. Why is the 3-4 all of a sudden give me a bad shift? I don't know. I'll look at data logs, but still, regardless, we're in the third round of bracket. All right, here we go, third round bracket. I am up against Al. Me and him have gone back and forth, lost by thousandths of a second. I've red lit against him. We got quite a few races going, so this should be a close, tight race. He dialed 11.5, I'm at 11.38. I don't know. By the way, he's got a super stock now, so I know he can break out. So I don't think I hit the brake at the end there. So that was kind of, I feel, his race to win or lose. All I could do was run my race, and that's kind of what I did. So let's see, do I get the white or the yellow? Tell me it's white. Tell me it's white. Yes, thank you. You know, and I was honestly, I was thinking what to do, and I'm thinking, all right, I feel maybe this is a chance I should let you hit first, and thinking you might break out. And that's...
I was thinking the same thing.
So yeah, reaction time 109, so not great. I mean, it was pretty close to his though, so that's good. 730, so yeah, my eighth is all slowed down. Quarter 1147 at 115.95. I feel I might have let off a little bit at the end, 'cause that mile per hour is a little bit low, but I ran 1147, 1138 dial. Weather's getting better. I think I'm just gonna keep the same dial and go with it. See what happens. Why not? I'm in the 4th round, so we're doing pretty good considering. All right, here we go. 4th round, quarterfinals of bracket. I'm going up against Caleb in the 1320 shaker. Again, like the 4th round quarterfinal brackets in Orlando. Bad shift. And a bug. Really? That was almost a repeat of Orlando. Yep, first he got me on reaction. I ran a 1.0 again, so horrible reaction time yet again. And again, an 11:47. So to beat him with, because of the reaction time, I would have had to been closer on my number. Had I not had the bad shift, I think we would have been closer because it's close to a 10th. That would have put me right at around 11:38. So, and he braked at the end. He was only 600ths off of his dial. So had he not braked, he would have been close to breaking out. Yeah, if I had a better reaction time, didn't have the bad shift, I would have had a chance, but the bad shift knocked me out. So, but I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video now, because now next thing I do, load up the car and trailer. It is pretty cool. So we've had both the 1050 class and 1150 class, all 4 cars in the finals for both of those were 1320s. So you had a ProCharger supercharged 1320, a Whipple supercharged 1320 in the 1050 class, and then 1150 you had Caleb, who I just raced, along with another black 1320. So that was pretty cool that there were 4 1320s in 2 different class finals. And then obviously now he's on to the semifinals of bracket, which sucks because the next round is a money round. So I was one round, crazy, it played almost identical to Orlando. Felt good to at least go some rounds. So and that 11.5 loss, that's all me, 100% my fault. Not in my head or anything. I'm cutting it way too close at the stripe. I need to stop doing that. Except I should have won that race, but it is what it is. So with that, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you at the drag strip.